Hi. You've got Britton.
I'm Laurie.
I'm Patti.
And we're with Coffee Beanery.
And I'm trying to order a laptop so that our little roaster can work. So I will be with you guys in a minute.
Gosh.
Go ahead.
Couldn't have planned that any better.
Yeah.
Well, I won't. I hate it when people won't let you just check out as a guest.
Well, so what did I tell you last week? 30% of people actually abandon their carts if they can't check out as a guest or if they forget their password.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's annoying, and I never know my password.
You don't need a password necessarily to log, to check out on our site, but if you want to use rewards and stuff, you do.
Yeah.
But then the one thing that we do have that happens is people accidentally create two accounts because they'll do one with their email and one with their phone number. And if they don't build their phone number into their account the first time, it creates two separate accounts.
And I have two emails that I use, and I just never know. So I end up creating two accounts oftentimes. And then ask me what email it's under. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I have 3 emails I use, and
I should have 3.
Good.
I use both work ones. I should have my own.
That's what I have, like my personal Gmail or whatever that I use for all that stuff, and then I have my work email.
I love your hair like that. It is so J-Lo-esque. It's adorable. I love it.
I do feel a little bit like a toddler, but it keeps it out of my face.
Yeah,
you kind of do like Stella.
Today.
I do Stella's hair like this a lot.
I like Stella's hair like that too.
My kids are super jealous of my Band-Aid because they always want Band-Aids.
Oh,
so it's like putting a Band-Aid on this morning. I have a spot and I keep itching it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have to put a Band-Aid on it. So I just stopped doing that.
Smart.
I picked mine off forever.
I did it in the middle of the night the other night. And thank God I kind of woke up because it was just blood all over my hand. It didn't get on the bed, but
one of those red cherry things.
Cherry
I'm gonna go to the doctor and get it tested. There's also a black mole above it that hurts.
Okay.
You should always get tested because if you catch stuff early,
it won't. So like if it gets scraped off, it won't stop bleeding.
Mine was. Like that. I had a red cherry, whatever thing they call them.
Yeah.
And I hated it. And the kids would pick at it too. And I went to the dermatologist. And I said, "Can you just cut it off? Like, I just don't want it." He's like, No. The scar will be worse than that. But I just hated it.
Yeah.
And then we went to that manatee. He said it would never leave. And we went to the manatee watching it. I was in a wetsuit all day long, and the friction and stuff, it scabbed up and just went away.
I just saw a product today that you can buy for home use, though. So, if you have a freckle, a mole, a cherry, angioma, anything, a wart.
They said the cherry thing would come back worse.
It's a needle thing, and it has a electric pulse, and you just tap it on it. And I just saw this morning a couple of times, and then it scabs and then falls off, and then there's no scar, according to this product.
Wild.
I don't know,
especially
man.
before you do that in your face.
I'd be every spot on my body, I would just be there it goes.
I know. I did have it was just an age spot on my wrist, and I had them cut it off because it drove me crazy.
I'm not aging. You can't make me.
Well, it freaked me out though a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just didn't like seeing it all the time. I thought, what if it's melanoma? I looked at that for so many years. And
this is your daily reminder to put on sunscreen too while we're at it.
And I just went for because I wasn't sure. I went for one of those skin freckle checks, and I've never done it before, but it's recommended if you're light skinned or blonde hair, blue, whatever, if you're in the sun a lot. And they do have some special little light thing that they put on your moles to see.
That's interesting.
So it's not just I thought they're just visually checking places I can't see or whatever, but actually he had this little light that he would look at on certain molds. That's cool. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, but it seemed legit.
So get yourself checked, get yourself scanned, and get your sunscreen on. Skin cancer is no joke.
So last week, if you were here with us, we talked about the color or the flavor wheel, the coffee flavor wheel. And that led us into a deep dark hole about
I'm
taste
shocked.
buds.
What? It led you down.
But it wasn't just us. Everybody was curious.
Yes. We did some deep research.
Gosh.
The internet giving us a
I don't
search.
know. Logan, if you're watching this, we might need some pliers.
I need a boy.
I think I got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
we were talking about the different flavors that you taste on the color or when you taste coffee, right?
Yeah.
And the coffee wheel and how it's associated. And then we talked about super tasters. So
which brings us back in time.
There's no
sure.
instructions in here
Okay.
other than do not eat the paper.
So what I read was that you just like place it on your
Yeah,
tongue,
but for
maybe?
how long?
I'm gonna go. They have a website.
Okay, so we bought something I think it's called
Well,
PCT
and then they told me
papers.
about it. I'm like, well, obviously we need to see if we're super tasters.
Okay, but the first experiment we saw that you're supposed to buy is like sticking your tongue out and putting one of those like the hole reinforcers
that's what I
and the
thought.
binders.
Yes.
So you put that on your tongue, or no, first you put blue dye on your tongue, put that on your tongue, and then somebody's supposed to get up in your face, like right up in your face, and count all of the papules on your tongue. I think that's how you say it. Papules.
What if they go crazy? Like, I mean, you get crazy.
So these
I
ones.
just don't want anybody that close to my face
This
unless you're my
is
dentist.
PTC paper that we're testing. Apparently, I have to download a PDF. So like,
that seems like a science experiment.
That's
so
wild.
Of course, I said let's do it online.
Let's see if any of us are super testers. What
Tasters.
do you think? You're
I have kind of a cold.
Oh, so maybe you can't taste.
I'm
Maybe
sure it's fine.
Well,
I suspect that I may be just because typically, if you can taste things more profoundly, you don't like a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I don't like spicy. I don't like bitter. Yeah. I don't like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I don't like because it's too much.
Yeah.
Like I get low salt chips.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
I just don't
and
like
you
stuff.
Be the first one to spit food out of your mouth and everything.
I do.
So here's the fun part about this. We only got the PTC paper, and apparently we're supposed to get a control one.
Oh.
And 3 different kinds to find out.
Oh, to compare it like a pregnancy
test?
There was
another kit I sent you guys.
Yeah, because it's
fine.
Well, I mean, it just won't give you the results that you need because
there's not a variable.
A normal tester can determine the difference between substances or assumes control paper is something else. A standard super taster can taste PTC and determine difference between PTC and control. If they cannot taste PTC, then they are not super taster.
Okay.
So it sounds like we can lick the paper.
But yeah, like a recessive super taster can taste everything but the sodium benzenate paper.
Yeah, there was a kit that had like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
But this one's fine for today.
Okay.
If we wanted to go
we'll
crazy,
just see if we need to go further. If we don't taste anything, then none of us are super. Yeah. What percentage of the people are super tasters?
I think that I saw that on one of my fact things. I thought it was only like 15%.
Yeah, so 70% of people should be able to taste this one.
Oh, okay. So we're not special at all.
This says 15 to 25% of Americans are super tasters.
And then there's a recessive super taster and a dominant super taster. Oh. So the dominant one can taste all 3, and the recessive can taste this one and the diarrhea. I don't know.
Your mind is such a powerful thing that it's like almost like, okay, tell me what you're tasting. Yeah. Because it can't be just like paper, cardboard. Yeah. I taste cardboard. Yeah.
This says humans have 10,000
They dip these in certain chemicals. And so then they have an experiment and they're like, participant 1, do it this order, participant 3, like, so you're like blind tasting.
So,
them.
and I think this is a genetic test that people do in high school, because it's like a high school or college test that they do where they give it to you in class for you
when you try to roll your tongue. And
that's probably why they come in strips of 100.
I think I can roll my tongue. Is it rolled?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. And you can do it as them.
I can do the clover thing too.
Oh, and then they say that's like if genetic. Your ears are attached or not attached, that's a genetic thing. And then is it hitchhiker's thumb? If your thumb goes like way back, that's a genetic thing.
I don't know.
Like, I think it's like, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not sure. Morning, Charles.
I mean, the top of your tongue or the top or the bottom?
So basically, we can find out today if we are a standard super taster or not, but nothing
to see if we need further testing.
Yes. So this says that taste buds aren't just on your tongue. They're on the roof of your mouth, your throat, and even your esophagus. Like, I don't think I've ever tasted anything
I'm
going
just
down.
like a little bit concerned because if this tastes gross.
Yeah, you guys didn't prepare. I got water.
I have
got
water.
Coffee,
I've got
double
coffee.
We have
Okay,
coffee.
but is it good coffee we're tasting?
Yeah, we got good
It's
coffee.
like our coffee,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just more
Because
R&D.
I tasted some of those pods.
Yeah, those were not
Ugh,
good.
they were disgusting. I don't know if people drink some of that coffee. I mean, it's cheap though.
Yeah.
Is there a right or wrong thing? No.
No, I think
the
it's
whole thing is
completely
just-
dipped in it.
Okay.
So you just like
So
put
if
it
we
across the whole
taste
Just
thing.
put
it-
it on your tongue.
That's all it says. It says don't eat it though. Okay.
All right. Not really tasting. Oh.
That's
I
disgusting.
mean, I taste cardboard.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Mm-mm.
No, there's some fruity, not fruity, but.
It's bitter. Oh, yuck. It's like,
Oh, that's gross.
like when they put
that's
like that
detergent.
It's like the rubber glove almost, like the latexy.
Oh, it is like a rubber glove.
Like the dentist.
Wish I
Oh,
didn't have
gross.
that in my mouth.
Okay, so we are all standard
Okay.
super tasters,
Okay.
which kind of makes sense.
Ew. Okay.
Now we'll have to get the other two and see who's
Yeah.
dominant and who's recessive now that we know that we're all standard.
I think Britain, their reaction to that was.
That was disgusting.
That kind of like leaves like a film in your mouth.
Yeah, but
almost.
they're different. So like this is bitter. One's like salt.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. You
And
might not be able to taste
yeah.
different things.
Yeah.
But I hate anything better.
So we're all standard,
Yeah.
and then we can see if we're dominant or recessive.
Yeah.
Ooh. So apparently these are taste strips you can just buy online. They were like
$6 on Amazon.
Yeah, they were
yeah,
really
if
cheap.
that even.
What is
Yeah.
it?
And there's 100 in it, so you can do it with all your friends.
Do you know that as you get older, your taste buds like don't grow back as much? Like your sense of taste decreases as you get older.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
can
that's
see
kinda
that.
sad.
That kind of makes sense though, because
All your senses kind of do. If you think about your
Yeah.
eyesight, your ears.
Yeah.
well, and think about like those old people buffets, right?
Oh, how tasteless
you
they
know,
are.
there's bland.
But you
Everything's
think you'd
so
want
bland.
more flavor too.
But they can't taste, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Mm.
theory.
So I should eat as much as I can now.
That's exactly right. Taste it all while you can
Taste
before it goes
everything.
away.
Oh, no.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Carpe diem, seize
I don't
the
know if I'm
day
gonna
and
get this
eat
back
the
in.
foods.
I'm gonna have
I'll
to
just tape it to the outside.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I just don't want to
It
lose
doesn't.
what it is if we get the other kinds.
What are these random
What
things
are
here?
these?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
sounds like
hi,
us.
Cindy, good morning.
It's honestly surprising they just don't do that anyway. Put it on the outside.
Yeah. It's
That would make a lot
It,
more
it might
sense.
help them get the strips in though. I bet they roll the strips up in the
and then
paper
put
and
it in.
slide it
I
in.
bet you're right.
Morning, Cindy. Okay, so we've determined that we are standard super tasters and we need follow-up tests to
So I'm not old yet.
figure it out.
No.
How many taste buds do we typically have?
So it said 10,000, or this one says people can have anywhere between 2,000 and 10,000 taste buds.
Okay.
But
That's
it
a big
also
range.
says that cats can have about 500 and don't taste sweet. Butterflies taste with their feet, and some rodents can taste starch, which humans can't.
Well, I know
Taste starch.
Yeah,
I don't think chickens can't taste spicy.
really.
I know that because a lot of people will feed their chickens chili
Oh, really?
peppers and stuff because it makes the eggs better.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It
And they
makes the
can't.
eggs better. How?
Like
We haven't
taste
tried
better,
it. Look better.
Burns when
Yeah.
it comes out of the poor chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. They it doesn't affect them. They
I
can't
got a
taste it.
spicy egg.
Yeah. Woo! They just said it gives them more flavor. I don't know.
That's funny.
Interesting. Your eggs, I will say, were really, really good.
Yeah, Dad asked me to bring more, but our chickens were all molting.
Oh, what does that mean?
They lose, which it's a really weird time of year. Usually they do it early spring or late fall. They lose all their feathers and get their other
big.
feathers.
Weird.
Your
They're-
chickens are pretty big. They seem bigger than your other ones.
No, I think they're smaller than our other ones.
Mm.
I don't know, but they were molting, so they weren't laying eggs. They're laying eggs again now though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's just like 2 weeks with no eggs.
Yeah.
a
That's
bummer.
because you had tons.
I know, I was like giving away left and right, and then all of a sudden when someone asks for them, I don't have any.
Yeah, we had ours forever because I called her. I was making lasagna for somebody. I'm like, how old are these eggs? So I did the sink
the
test
float test, yeah.
and they sunk. So that was good.
Yeah.
I
right?
just like that they're blue.
So-
They make
I
me
mean,
happy
they
that they're
really
blue.
they stay good for a really long
But there was
time.
poop
Yeah.
on them, and it was, if there were other eggs, I would have used them because I didn't want to clean the poop.
Yeah.
I remember the first time
I like
saw
do a
that,
soap
I'm
and
like,
water. I
I
wasn't
tried
sure how
to
you're supposed to
do this.
Yeah, just soap water. I try to give you guys like the cleanest ones because some of them they make really messy.
Really?
But
well, as someone that was medically compromised, so I
Yeah.
just didn't want to make him sick. I would have felt
Yeah.
horrible if I made him
Yeah.
sick.
yeah.
But I did make lasagna, and it was the best lasagna I've made for
We
a
don't want to
while.
hear that because we
It was
really like
really
your
good.
lasagna. And I'm
Maybe
not
next
gonna
book
get
club
some.
I'll make
That's a good
lasagna.
idea.
Yeah.
We're having quiche tonight. Quiche and chocolate
Hopefully it
chip
won't.
cookies.
It's supposed to storm
I
right.
know we might be
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
inside.
at like 9.
If
But-
it's
but it was
just
supposed
raining,
to storm
it's
yesterday
fine.
too, and it didn't.
Yeah.
So I
It's
don't
our
know
first
if you
flood of the
guys are
season.
in a heat
I
wave.
haven't been in the
but-
pool yet. It was so
really?
hot on Father's Day. I was going to go in the pool, and then I just was so busy getting ready for golf.
I'm
and
probably so
everything.
tired after.
So when the bugs came out, I went in the hot tub, and then the bugs, I got bit 3 times.
Yeah.
If I get bit 3 times, I'm out of
I
there.
was in my son's pool the other day and something was biting me. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, there's some weird water bugs.
Yeah. I was like, do water bugs bite? Because this hurts.
Yes,
Yeah.
they hurt bad. They pinch, they pinch,
Yes.
and the pinch stays for a long
Yeah, I
time.
got bit like 3 times. I'm like, this
Oh,
is really
yeah, I
painful.
went like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if you could put like essential oils or something to, or if the chlorine would just kill it.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I wasn't a fan.
But
yeah,
I need
I know I've gotten
coffee.
bitten
What
here.
are
so
we
we can
doing?
try
I'm
some
so
stuff.
thirsty.
Yeah, try
I already
I haven't
drank
had
some.
any coffee.
Okay.
I know.
You guys keep us on our R&D schedule at this point because we're not good at that.
No.
So what is it?
I've got 2 different coffees for you to try today.
Okay. And you're not telling us what they are?
No, it's written on the cup. I already tried it. So.
Oh.
I actually like that one.
Yeah.
This one is like a cinnamon hazelnut flavor.
Oh, I thought it said chocolate hazelnut, and I'm like, I'm not getting chocolate at all. It
No.
tastes so cinnamon hazelnut. Okay.
Yeah, but you guys don't like
Definitely.
cinnamon, so what do you think of it not liking cinnamon?
I don't like cinnamon or hazelnut, I'm going to say.
But
But I do like this
yeah,
coffee.
it's not bad, but like cinnamon just would never be my go-to coffee.
What do you guys think of a cinnamon hazelnut coffee?
It tastes like those things at the mall a little bit.
Oh,
If it were sugary, if it had sugar in it,
Yeah.
it would taste like those
that's
things.
actually a great way to say it. It tastes
Yeah.
like, the sugared almonds that they make at the mall or
Yeah.
they used to make at
Yep.
the mall.
Mhm.
For us, it was called Johnny Almonds. And the whole, when they were making them at the mall, they smelled
Choco
so
nuts
good.
or I don't know
Gosh,
what
I
they're
want some
called.
more of those. Doesn't that sound good?
You just gave me some at the
Yeah.
golf thing.
Yeah,
I just
did.
ate some of these.
Got
Where'd you
some
get 'em from?
BJ's. They were like praline pecans or something though. We grabbed them at the grocery store.
I want some of the warm ones that they do.
Yeah, they weren't those, but it was. I just bought snacks for golfing because I knew it was gonna be hot.
It was a good idea.
And then
She's like, I have snacks. I'm like, you do?
Yeah.
I usually passing out the snacks on the
Oh,
plane
yeah.
and stuff.
and
Yeah.
drinks. I
Give
had
my adult
snacks.
children like snack bags that I make for them for
I
the
had
plane.
Mister bottles.
I like the idea of the snackle boxes, but I feel like keeping those clean would be hard.
We do the snackle boxes.
Sedonometers, and it wasn't bad at all.
You just don't put like gross stuff in
yeah,
it.
you don't put.
Yeah, but I see people like doing like meat snackle boxes and cheese snackle boxes.
Yeah,
and
we
I'm
don't
like,
do that.
How do you keep that cold and how do you make it
Yeah.
not being greasy? and
No,
weird?
I do like it though. I make them for my kids and then I separate it, but it'll be like goldfish, those mini chocolate chip
Little
cookies,
pretzels.
Cheez-Its, pretzels.
Raisins.
Next time you
Yeah.
make them for your kids, can I have one too?
Right. I usually just make them for the plane, but it's funny because every time the flight attendants are like, "Where'd you get that container? That's such a good idea."
Yeah.
That's
Is it just a tackle box?
no, these ones are actually like
Bento boxes.
there's something like that. They're like on the go containers. Like I
Yeah.
think you could put a sandwich in half and then like something else on the other side and then they like fold up.
Oh, okay.
But I usually just put I have these like silicone cupcake
yeah,
trays and so on the open side I'll put like a couple of those in
Smart.
there and then fold it up. But it's just nice because we're not opening 17 bags on the plane and I don't
They
have to
eat
keep
one
getting
thing
in the
out
bag.
of them, and then
I like
Yeah.
the videos where the moms are like, make a lunch with my kids. And then they make like sushi rolls and stuff.
Super
When
extravagant.
I made lunches, it was like, here's your lunch box, or here's your
Here's your
drink
bologna
box,
sandwich.
And here's your
Yeah,
your
why not? Lunchable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, now they say those have lead in them. I'm not sure how accurate that is.
What
but-
doesn't?
Yeah, right.
Well, Lunchables don't even taste like real food.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. It's so processed.
No.
It's
I like
weird.
the videos where they show you like what a school lunch is in like Italy compared to here, and you're just like, oh man.
But if
sad.
you figure our school lunches, first of all, I haven't seen one in a while, but I don't think they're that bad.
Ours are pretty good.
Because they
wouldn't
took
eat
out
it.
all the preservatives and everything. I ate school lunch all the time, and it was bad back in the day. I loved it. I love that pressed chicken.
Our school
like-
lunches were pretty good. Like homemade bread every day,
No,
and
we were not.
it was.
We did not have that good of food.
Yeah. You could make a sub, or you could
Yeah,
either
you
like
ate a sub a
you
lot.
could either get the like special. They usually had like 2 specials. You could do sub or pizza or
When I was in high school, my best friend and I went every day and got crinkle fries and mayonnaise, and that's what we ate every day for lunch. Disgusting.
Not mad
delicious.
about that. They would make this like homemade
No, we
bread
got like
stuff and nacho
wonky
cheese.
pizza,
So
like
good.
pizza. That was such a big deal too, and it was like the most disgusting pizza.
Oh,
And then it was like I actually loved them at Halo Burger. Those when they used to have those fake patties, chicken patties,
Chicken patties,
like those
yeah.
the flat ones. Though
Yeah.
we had those a lot. I like those.
And
Yeah.
Burger King, I think, still has chicken patties
They
like
do.
that.
Yeah.
That's for that
Definitely.
patties of like
I like them better because there's no surprises usually in it.
chicken that's been chopped up into a paste
Fully
and then
ground
typed back into a
together.
mold.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. The kids' school lunches are pretty good, and in Michigan this year, they provided breakfast and lunch.
Yeah,
Well,
they had
obviously
free.
we pay for it in our taxes
Right.
and stuff, but it was nice because they got to eat. I knew they were eating a good breakfast at school too.
well, that's good. Yeah, Sedona did online schooling. So as part of theirs, we got these vouchers, and they gave us like meals at home, like home, not chef, whatever it is. What's
Yeah.
it called? Home,
Well, there's like Home Chef,
home
Oh,
chef
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
like meal kits.
Like the meal
So I got like
ones, yeah.
3 meal kits for 4 people 3 times a week or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's really
But
nice.
Really nice.
yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a little bit irritating though, because they did the lunch thing so late. So like I loaded their lunch accounts with $100 each, and they wouldn't give me my money back. So they've had it all year, and they don't even know what the program's gonna like. Nobody would.
Yeah, but yeah, if
That's
it's
not
free
good.
lunch forever, then
Yeah. So that was kind of
I can't believe they won't give
irritating.
you your money back. That's insane.
the new.
They just won't contact me back.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't read that. What does it say? Loving
The new box. Oh yeah, you guys should.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody. Well,
Should
some
have 'em,
shipped
yeah.
on Monday
Yeah.
because obviously the 15th was on a weekend.
Yeah.
But you should be getting your boxes.
Yeah. What's your favorite from that box, Cindy? I'd love to hear. I know that it was a collab with Ice Cream Social.
Yes.
And it was super fun.
So does that lead us to next? Is it next week?
Yeah, the tasting video will be next week, and it is pre-recorded. So
We've never done that before, but they were here. They were coming up to the office, so
Yeah.
we thought it'd be really fun to do the tasting with them. So it's just kind of weird because I don't know how we're gonna we're just gonna play the pre-recorded, or we're gonna be on.
We'll be watching from our computers.
Yeah, we'll schedule because it's an hour, so we'll schedule the pre-recorded video, and then but we'll be on our computers waiting for comments and stuff. So we'll be around.
Yeah.
We just
We
won't
just
be
won't
talking
be
to the
live.
person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's all.
All right. Try the second flavor now. See what
Okay.
you
I
think.
did try it,
Just
but I
says
didn't think it was
SCP.
anything.
SCP is what I put on there. Obviously, it's cooled a little bit since we made
I don't
this.
like that.
So when we tried it the first time, we really liked it.
I don't know.
This is like a spiced pear flavor.
It tastes like peanuts.
Really? You get peanuts out of that.
I don't know.
Spiced pear. And to be fair, I think it just has too much cream.
I mean, I did make it, so you know. What do you expect?
Maybe it's the spice part. Like I'm not like I don't love nutmeg and allspice. Like I don't like any of that.
Yeah, it's got definitely clove.
I'm just not getting very much pear at all. Are you?
I get a lot of pear on the end. There's a lot of pear. That the spice hits you first, and then the pear's on the back of your tongue.
I can't get past the spice.
It is such a close flavor to coffee that I'm not. I mean, it's just obviously pear is not a very flavor forward thing. But I remember tasting it before and really liking it.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. How you can taste it one day and like it. Mind you, it has cooled down a lot. And usually we drink it when it's pretty hot.
I tasted some not right when we came in though, when it was warmer.
Yeah,
I thought it tasted like nothing. I thought it was I thought it was one of these coffees.
Oh, you thought it was a straight coffee?
I thought it was a straight coffee.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember. The R&D is so far away.
Yeah.
But no, the ice cream social box is great. I think you guys are really gonna like it. I was surprised how close some of the flavors tasted to the ice cream. That you were able to do
really,
that.
really good.
Yeah.
And I love their whole, you'll hear about their concept, but their whole concept is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I love their concept too.
Yeah. Is wild.
I might be going and working one of their ice cream trucks.
That would be so fun.
In the beginning of August.
That'd be fun to do a lot of photos with that too.
Well, you guys should be getting really excited because we have the advent calendar set for this year now, and there's some really good flavors in there.
We revamped that from last year, so the flavors from last year are not in the box this year.
Yeah,
they're all completely different.
All fresh and different.
And it's completely holiday themed.
Yeah.
Like I know last year the K-Cups were not, and there was some disappointment surrounding that. So this year they are all holiday
It's
themed.
all curated for the holiday, specifically for that and for the holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and as soon as I go back to my desk, I need to start working on next year's flavors.
I was thinking about that. I was wondering how we were doing. I mean, it's so crazy. We're like waiting. We're preparing right now for holiday. Yeah. Like we're getting what boxes do we have? What samplers do we need to make? What?
Yeah, and to be fair, we do that all year.
We just finished.
Yeah,
but it was like we just finished.
We do it all year, but then really start amping up right now.
Yeah. Well, we revamped some of the gift sets too because we're introducing new samplers, so we wanted to get some of those.
Yeah,
in the gift
some
baskets.
fresh flavors in there, some more diversity in it.
Yeah, and some of the flavors that we're introducing in samplers, I'm like, man, why haven't we done this before? You know. Sometimes we just have to sit down and go like, oh yeah, let's do this, you know.
Well, it does help because the more that you sell, the more that you can create because it's just all about shelf life. You don't want to have stuff on a shelf longer than 3 or 4 months. So it's just, rotating stuff through.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah.
And now we have our other pods that are trickling out onto the shelves. So,
yeah, they're coming.
I see a lot of the new flavor, not new, where we have them in K-Cups that we've had them in 12 ounce forever. A lot of those going out too.
Yeah, I think they finished
cinnamon bun, Irish cream,
Jamaican pods yesterday, so I can get those online. Yeah. Kona's not quite there yet. Yeah. It's exciting. Yeah. Lots.
Did you guys talk about those then last week?
We did, and we brought a barrel in actually to show
how the Jamaican
Blue Mountain came from.
Oh, because it's so special. It has its little barrel.
Bank though is not a bank. Like, I didn't know what it was.
I thought Mavis Bank was a person.
It's a city.
Okay.
It's a town in Jamaica.
I don't know who Mavis Bank is.
And I didn't know that. I looked it up. I'm like, gosh, all this time I thought it was like a special bank that just certified
coffee.
There's just like a bank with a vault in the Jamaican Blue Mountains in the vault. And they're certified. Cool. I mean, this is where my mind
a lot of people as Kona, people really got in trouble for.
What was it?
Not having enough Kona because if you say Hawaiian Kona, you need to have so much Kona. I thought it was 51%. No, it used to be really low, and that's what
Kona blend was like 3%.
They changed the rules if you say it's Hawaiian.
Oh.
And they tested our coffee back in the day to make sure that it actually was.
Well, it's all we use. We don't mix it.
Right. We don't mix ours at all, so we're good regardless. But
it says in Hawaii, Kona blends must contain 10%.
Oh, 10%.
Yep.
And outside of Hawaii?
Yeah, because
outside of Hawaii, that's not the case.
I thought like the Kona blends
1%.
Oh, really?
So in Hawaii, it has to contain 10%. Outside of Hawaii, it has to contain 1%. Ours is 100%.
Well, and then that's when you wonder when you're getting Kona for $16. Yeah. You're not getting Kona.
Yeah, you're getting something else.
I mean, you're getting 1%. Can you imagine putting 3 beans in and calling it Kona?
What a sham that is.
That's crazy.
To call it Kona and only put 1% in, or even 3%.
Well, even 10%, honestly, isn't. I thought it had to be over 50. I thought that
what a sham.
But they probably upped it to 10%.
Yeah. That's
1%.
Wild.
Yeah, I'd be angry.
Well, can you think about it? How many beans are in there? So what do you have to put in? Like 10 Kona beans? Probably not, like 5.
Well, sometimes we'll get pushback about the cost of ours, and people are like, I get this from Costco for, I get a 3-pound bag from Costco for $16.95.
There is
oh, bless your heart.
legislation in right now to up the percentages.
Okay. Yeah. That's why I thought it passed, but I must
No,
not have.
it's just going to legislation.
Crazy.
Yeah, so our Jamaican and our Hawaiian are 100%.
Yes.
So it
Authentic.
is.
Never, but I think there's even like a little seal on the box that says like 100% authentic. And that's what that means, that it's not a blend.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you see the price, you know why.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think a box of pods is something like $34 maybe.
Something like that.
And it's just, I mean, we could make a Kona blend, but why?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want something special, then have something special.
Could you imagine telling Joanne you were going to make a Kona, like a blend of one of those? I don't think that would sit well.
Probably not. No.
I don't think she would like that very much.
Definitely not. What'd you do for Father's Day? What'd you guys end up doing?
I made a turkey dinner for the dads.
Okay.
We had bought extra turkeys, and I was like, I'm going to make a turkey dinner. And then we went to see a retro movie in the movie theater. We went to see Raiders of the Lost Ark, which, like, so when I was, like, little, I think my first crush was Harrison Ford. And he's 80. And Harrison, I don't know what you're doing, but you still look good. But it was really fun to see at the movie theater.
I like seeing stuff in the movie theater. We saw The Notebook and something
we
else.
Went to see Breakfast at Tiffany's. Definitely Breakfast at Tiffany's was not what I remembered from when I saw it little. I was like, oh,
this is putting a whole other spin on it.
This is different. This is not what I remembered.
That's funny.
But I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's what we did.
Cool.
Yeah, and you guys golfed, right?
Yeah, we did a family scramble.
We did family scramble
with shenanigans.
Yeah, what are the shenanigans?
I mean, just like different rules. Like everybody can throw the ball once, and we use like a string.
We had a 10-foot string, and you can use it however you want. You can
cut it
to advance your ball, and it doesn't count. So you can cut it. And our string was gone by the first 9 for sure.
Oh,
we were putting horrible.
We were putting pretty well, but it was like we were trying to, like on a 3, take a birdie or, like holes that are.
But there was one which we knew would be an issue, the worst ball hole. So we thought, because last year was horrible, because it's really just like your worst player is golfing the entire hole, which is not fun for anybody.
No.
And then, so we're like, but you can't use back-to-back worst balls. So we're like, oh, well, that will advance the ball.
Yeah.
Well, we had Sedona and myself on a team. So no, we kept going like sideways.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't advancing. So Houston, we used 2 throws. So Houston and Branson were able to throw the ball because it was the only way we were even getting close to the hole. And we'd even, because Branson didn't
put a max of 8.
He went right past the girls' tee. And I'm like, okay, so we shouldn't have good shots because we want to use Branson's shot.
Yeah.
Because then we can't use so we could use Sedona's shot and not use his. Yeah. But then I was horrible, and Houston just is such a good golfer. Him and Branson both are, so they're just frustrated.
And
just hit the ball
off the tee box. You have to go over like this little like river thing, and Logan OB right away, right out of bounds. So it's like, okay, we're already at 2, and we're not even off the tee box,
Man.
And then, you're behind the girls' tee, like you're just so far back.
And then later we were picking it back up, but then I chipped OB, so we were done. We just took the 8.
Are there prizes?
It was a tough hole. No, but I was thinking that we should maybe do a trophy, but the teams aren't fair, really.
Yeah.
So that would be the hard thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
because it's like
a great way to make them fair. Like my husband golfed with us, and he hasn't played on a course in 20 years.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? And then you and Sedona share clubs, so we
had handicap for the 2 of us, but wasn't enough of a handicap in a scramble format because we just use their.
Yeah.
Although on one hole we used 2 of my balls, so you never know.
Yeah. I was putting
Houston
really
was just
well.
like, okay, like your arms are noodle arms. You don't even like try to golf.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't say about
I'm good.
I really am.
I'm good.
It was fun though. We just try to like do silly games and make it silly and fun and no pressure.
And it's kind of the strategy of it too. Yeah. So it's just thinking because last time we were on a team together, I think. Last time.
Yeah.
And it was like everybody had to hit. Or is it timed?
It was a timed hole. Everybody had a 3 timed hole.
But So we all strategized and we all just hit all
We
at once.
teed off
Okay.
together.
All of us teed off together. The time
ran to
started.
the best ball.
Left your balls behind.
Like we had other balls in our pockets because everybody had to hit from every ball.
Yes.
So we left our balls,
Okay.
ran to the best ball, hit again, ran to the. So it was like
That's
8
fun.
seconds or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
It
crazy.
was crazy fast. Then we went and picked all the balls up at the end.
That sounds like fun. Might be
But I
golf
think
might
the
actually
ranger
enjoy.
was a little concerned when he was like out on the thing, and I'm going, okay, remember you have one toss and one mulligan and one whatever, and he's just like,
Yeah.
This is
what are these
not
people? They're going
normal.
to take 5 hours.
No,
but
it makes it
quick.
quicker. Yeah.
Are there a lot of people out golfing on Father's Day?
Yeah.
It's pretty busy.
Well, and we picked a tee time. We picked like the 4 o'clock on tee times because the course thins out big time.
Okay.
So,
and it's cheaper at 4 o'clock and with the heat.
Yeah,
I was really glad we did it a little bit.
This week.
yeah, the good golfers usually go in the morning, but it was
But it is
fine.
fun. Like Sedona doesn't golf. I golf in a league, but I mean, we're solidly in last place, so it's no pressure.
Yeah.
You've been golfing more lately, Brittany.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to get out a couple times this summer, but I've been subbing for you in your league a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that we're doing
And
any
then they're
better.
so confused because they're like, I thought you were going to come this week. And then I looked over. I thought it was your daughter. She's like, you guys look so much alike.
You guys do.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
"Aw,
fun, though.
That's sweet.
I like playing, but like I don't keep score or
I don't
anything.
either.
Like I like scrambles because it's no pressure.
And
The
the
only thing I don't
ladies
suck
on
at
our
is
golf
banter.
league are so nice. Like, I mean, it's just a really nice group. I guess they all golf on Mondays together, but they're super encouraging and just
Yeah.
they don't make you feel like an outsider.
Oh, that's
They're
good.
really, really welcoming and nice. And I
Yeah.
don't think you always see that. And I don't think people mean to be that way. They're just so established in what they're doing. But I really feel like they make an effort to make you feel included. And that's
Yeah.
really sweet of them.
Yeah.
Well, even like the one day I'm out there and Dad's like, well, I don't know what my club distance is. I don't know. And he's like, okay, bump and run. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, what's a bump and run? And then so he like showed me, and they don't care that like he's showing me literally how to hit the ball in
Yeah.
this situation. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what to do.
Yeah. The one guy was giving me bumpers for when I putted.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, Alice obviously solidly in last place.
Yeah.
So
They don't really care.
But they don't really care. It's really just about having fun. They're a good group of people for sure.
yeah. It's
One
been
thing
fun.
I'm not bad at is putt-putting. I can putt-putt okay. But
Well, that's
Yeah.
putt for the money.
no,
Drive for the show, putt
Yeah.
for the money, or
That
something
would
like
make
that.
one
sense.
for
Yeah.
the money, two for the show. I
'Cause-
think that's
Yeah, the 1 week Dad and I did horrible, and it was pure putting.
Oh, really?
Getting up to the green, completely fine. Putting, horrible.
I
did-
just want a pretty putter. That's all.
Oh, you got
You-
that
have you
one
seen
time
my
you won.
putter? I have
No.
a
Oh, you
white
showed it to
and
me in the
rose
car.
gold putter.
That's your new one,
It's the
right?
new Odyssey
Yeah.
from this year.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. I'll have to show it to you.
I golfed with a guy. Maybe and it looks like a tiger eye. So they have a
Okay.
blonde wood one.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. It
Yeah.
just
It's
looks.
Tiger
It
Wood.
looks
It's
like
pretty.
his is tiger wood. The blonde one I think is a different, but that had the tiger eye in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, and then you can get it engraved. So I just want it. I'd rather be lucky than good
Yeah.
on my putter.
Yes.
But I have not seen. So you got a new Odyssey. I'm very
I
jealous.
used it. Oh, but I didn't golf with you.
No.
I had the really old Odyssey putter, but I got a different one.
Yeah, I've been switching back and forth
Not-
between putters, and I
Yeah.
shouldn't do that because they're both so different that it screws me up.
I'm getting better with it. Oh my gosh, they have a straight just gold ping putter.
Gold.
Titleist. Oh, it's like 24 gold.
Is it
24
24
karat? It's
karat?
24
the whole
karat
thing?
gold.
Is it solid
That's
or is it just dipped?
crazy.
How much is it?
It doesn't even say. It doesn't say a price.
Okay, but like gold is a soft metal, so like wouldn't that not be good unless it's just dipped in gold? Like,
It's
wouldn't
probably
that-
just dipped in gold. It's probably like
Yeah.
a bracelet.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. They'll
I'm like
turn
trying
your
to find
bag
a.
green.
Oh, you know what? I think I have an actual picture of it because Houston, after I got it, was like, send me pictures.
Oh.
So it's like, that's all like
Oh,
rose gold with
okay.
white
Oh,
on it.
that's really. Is that the cover on it?
This is
No.
the cover. No, that's the putter head.
That's the putter head.
Yeah.
That is. It looks like a tea digger.
That's how
I
most
see it.
putters look.
Oh,
and
I
then
see.
all of this is like rose gold. All the details are rose gold.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
So that's the backside. That's to pick your ball up.
Yeah, it's also like a weight thing.
Oh, okay.
But I've been putting way better with it once I get the hang of it.
Okay.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys golfers? Was we ramble on about golf?
Yeah.
But
That one.
it's fun.
I just feel really tan right now.
Well, sitting in between the two palest creatures in the universe.
I mean, my kids love to point that out. They're like, "Mom, you're so white."
You've
I'm
got
like,
such
yeah.
pretty white
tan.
skin. You both do. I mean, it's hard to have pretty white skin.
And I have tan lines.
You do. You're tanner than you've been for sure.
Which is sad.
Porcelain,
sad. I just don't get. I used to get tan as a kid.
You used to, yeah.
I was in the pool.
I would have said you had my skin coloring when you were a kid.
No, but I was in the sun 24/7 on the lake, so you know.
It does change. I think your skin changes as you get older, but
we do have the freebie sale goes through Friday, and
there's some good freebies out there too.
There's some really good freebies. I went by, I was like, dang, Britain got generous.
Yeah,
some really nice stuff out here.
There's that goes through the end of the week, so you get a freebie with every order. Yeah.
And so I gave freebies out yesterday.
Yeah.
I went to the school my daughter's going to go to next year, and it's uniforms, and I'm like, oh, just dreading the whole uniform, just buying it, and it's like it's so hard to size it. It's just so weird. She's literally a 0 in one brand and a 9.
Oh, that's
in the
so
other.
frustrating.
I like the same, and it doesn't make sense. No. So I got her at the used sale a plethora of stuff to try on, but I did run into someone who was went to preschool with Sedona.
Oh, nice.
So it's cute. She had the biggest crush on this little boy. Her and her friend Olivia loved Ian. They'd fight over Ian. So it was Ian's mom.
And they were little?
Yes.
Aww.
So, and they were both white blondes. They're just these little blondes. And then I remember but it was cute. The dad's like, I just remember she had those colorful dresses, all those colorful dresses.
Yeah, MJ.
It must be Matilda Jane, which was adorable. And she had some uniforms in the car.
And so you got some freebies.
Yeah. So I gave her coffee.
They still make Matilda
Jane. I traded
Jane.
coffee. Yeah.
Nice.
I just bought some some cute little gymnastics things.
They're making athletic wear in Matilda Jane fashion.
It's pretty adorable.
It's
pretty adorable.
Oh, Deborah, you and I are definitely best friends, as we've already discussed. I am not athletic at all either. We went to the batting cages one time, and I have a son who plays college baseball, and I cannot hit.
Well, I was a little surprised because I just thought you would be a little bit more athletic than you were. We were with ex-professional baseball players. They're like hitting these balls. It's really fast. They slowed it down, and I was shocked. I was able to hit every one of them. I've got decent high end, and you did good.
Well.
And then Patti,
I got none.
Not one.
And I mean, literally, I used to spend how much time on a baseball
field.
Oh yeah, and nope, can't do it. Can't do it.
I don't love like
I hand coordination.
Yeah,
decent.
like I don't.
I'm not like team sports,
baseball or volleyball or something. But like we tossed a football around this weekend, and that's
your kids
fine.
are pretty athletic. They did not get it from me. Their dad is very athletic.
Gymnastics skills.
Yeah, you guys are all.
I got none.
All athletic. I am not. My husband should have married someone a little bit more athletic if he wanted.
Yeah,
superstar kids and taller.
I like watching specific sports. I don't like watching all sports. Like I'm not going to watch basketball on TV.
All the boys though were super athletic, and I think just Houston's so ridiculously athletic but it undershadowed how athletic Logan and Branson are. Logan and Branson are very athletic.
Yeah.
I like to watch some sports, but like football, I don't get.
I love football.
I try. And I don't get it.
I like to watch in real life better. And obviously, I like it when my kids were playing. I loved watching my kids play. Yeah. I mean, you probably love watching baseball when you see.
Yeah, I do. I can appreciate oh my God, I can't believe they made that catch, I
think too, when it's like a team you care about. Like we like watching the Michigan games every weekend and stuff like that. But if it's a team I don't really care about, then...
Yeah, it is funny if they do some personal story on them, then all of a sudden you're like invested in the team, you know? And I mean, with the Kelsey phenomenon, with all the TS fans loving football.
Oh, yeah.
Smart, though. I mean, great business for them.
Yeah. But see, I like Jason Kelsey. I think he's hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Like, he is just like unapologetically him. He's a big bear of a man.
And his wife is hilarious as well.
Millions of dollars and just wears flip flops.
I just see like clips of their podcast, but I feel like in half of them, Kylie is like in the other room and you can hear her being like, no,
just stop.
Just stop.
I liked how they put him in a jumper so he wouldn't take his clothes off.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't take his shirt off.
Oh, baseball. Patti likes baseball too.
I like baseball a lot. Do you have a favorite team, Deborah? Obviously, here we watch the Tigers.
I like Milwaukee Brewers. They're my favorite.
They're a minor team, right? Minor league team?
No, they're a real team.
Are they?
Yes.
Still?
I don't know. I don't watch
so.
baseball. I don't care about baseball.
I'm not sure.
But because when I was little, we didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't do a lot. But my grandpa took us to a baseball game, and somebody got a home run, and they went down the slide, and like all this balloons or something happened. It was really, really cool.
That is cool.
It was super
like
cool.
The Texas Rangers games were my favorite when we were a kid.
She said the
Reds. Boston Red Sox. Or the Cincinnati Reds.
Now you're confusing me. Milwaukee Brewers
is a real team. We just watched a special called Fastball, and it was really interesting because they were trying to say who pitched the hardest and the fastest. And so, like, back in, like, the 20s, 30s, 50s, 60s, they didn't have radar guns, right?
Right.
So they had one test with Walter Johnson, I think, and he threw the ball, and they had a police officer on a motorcycle going 86 miles per hour, and he would throw the pitch, and the motorcycle would go off, and they would see who got there first. And the ball got there before he got there going 86. So they said, okay, he's
going faster than 86.
Right. But then now they took new math, right? And don't ask me to explain the new math because we know I can't. They've now said Nolan Ryan, who pitched well into his 40s, which is not common at all in baseball, and that his fastest pitch is 108, but that's not what they had him at, like 100. But now they're saying that he threw the hardest at 108. So super interesting. They're the National League. Okay. No.
They're in the Major League Baseball.
Okay.
So
I don't know all the.
Isn't National League not?
Well, no, there's National and American, I think.
That was Major League.
It competes in Major League Baseball as a member club of the National League Central Division.
Yeah, so there's
no idea.
I think there's American and National, and I think they
are the Brewers American and National.
Yeah.
In 1998, they joined the National League. They're the only franchise to play in 4 different divisions since this. So you're right. They must have done something not in the.
I don't know.
Why did they switch?
Yeah.
Why did they switch? I don't know.
I couldn't say for sure. But remember when we did the baseball box?
Oh, because they were. Because the only reason they switched is they had to have even teams in the division.
That makes sense.
That happens.
So like, you're up.
Then we watched a special about the Yankees in the 80s and 90s, and you guys, that was wild. They were like gangsters and
I believe it.
Gambling, and then one guy who's still in prison to this day, one of the Yankees, Mel Hall, he was dating a 16-year-old while he was an active
you told me about this. This is crazy.
Yankees.
Oh my gosh.
And he went and he lived in the house. Like the parents were just Mel's our daughter's boyfriend. Here, have our bedroom. You guys can move in here and we'll move to her bedroom.
That's so weird.
So strange.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Bizarre. And he's in prison. After she left, she fled to Florida to get away from him. And he's in prison now for the rape of a 12-year-old.
Oh, gross.
And he's in jail for a very long time.
Oh, that's awful. How about Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, what did he do? DUI, right?
DUI.
I just heard he had a lot of drugs in his system.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
that's
like Molly, Coke stuff. He is so talented.
That's really unfortunate.
I hope he gets it. I mean, but I thought, gosh, to arrest somebody like Justin Timberlake, he had to be.
Yeah.
I mean, not coherent,
But I just was shocked how talented he is when you see him. He is so talented.
Well, I don't know if it was the video. There was a video of like this car like crashing. I don't know if it was his though. It was hard to tell from the.
I hope it. I mean, substance stuff is tough.
Yeah,
did you guys see the
horrible.
Amy Winehouse movie?
No.
I watched it last night, and I mean, great. Like her talent. Like I didn't know. Like obviously she's way bigger in the UK than she was here.
Yeah.
But she won 5 Grammys. But yeah, she died at 27. She's one of the 27 club. Like
Very
people
young.
who die at 27. And she had the amount of alcohol in your system that can make you Stop Breathing is 350 milligrams, and she had 415.
Wow.
Stop Breathing, and I think it can also make her heart. Because my husband and I are going like,
hi, Connie.
I get drinking yourself to death, but like, how do you die in like one episode?
Yeah, not like your organs going down or whatever.
Or like drinking over a course of like many years of like,
Appleton, Wisconsin. I was born in Madison.
If you can die from water, though, you just
Yeah, but that was, it must have like made her stop breathing.
That's wild.
Yeah, and so she'd be 40 if she was alive now, and she died at 27.
It's so sad.
Yeah, super sad. It's a great movie, though.
I couldn't believe like Carole King.
Yeah.
Like when we saw Beautiful Life, I think it was called on Broadway.
I think it was just beautiful.
Or Beautiful. Someone had recommended it to one of our vendors. I didn't even know who Carole King was. She was amazing. Well, and she wrote so many wonderful sonds and was
like you had no idea.
An amazing musician. And I had no idea. I'd never heard her.
Yeah.
Or if I did
heard
hear
every
her name,
song she knew.
I didn't know that she was white.
Oh, okay.
Because she wrote for a lot of Black artists back in the day.
Yeah.
Very soulful, do you know what I mean? Or jazz, jazz.
Was her life story pretty cool?
Oh, super cool. It was really super, super cool.
And she's
just
still alive.
Had no idea.
I read her book too. I got her autobiography.
Oh, okay. I'd actually
it was interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not a big biography person, but that might be interesting.
She was interesting. She was entertaining.
We have been on for 50 minutes.
Oh my gosh, we have to go.
Yeah.
So thank you. We'll have to get the other super tester kits and see.
We'll try it out and see legit.
If we're a dominant recessive super taster. Yeah.
Nothing.
Freebie sale for the rest of the week. And just a reminder that next week's video will be pre-recorded so that we can have some special guests.
Yes.
All right. Have a wonderful week.